Alright, that was a restart real quick. That way this stream name should change, it'll be a separate file. But, Rivian Compound. I might show your video, Rivian. Stream should be back live. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and quickly get all these lights in the way we want now. It looks so awesome. Move our character over here. Have him just standing right like so, facing this away. Do our F8. And then we'll start the camera here. And Rivian, I'm going to do my own babbly bits like I usually do. We're going to do addition for my usual babbly videos, but I'll try to keep it quick. Oh no, sorry if you got a advert. So here's Rivian's video. I might show this. It gets the point across pretty well, but it's... Yeah. And the way you're doing it works very well too. Better than mine, obviously, because Rivian knows what he's doing all the time, every millisecond of every day. And boss man. And boom, in 12 seconds he's put it together. I'm gonna be way slower at this. Scheiße. Help improve Adobe. Yeah. New edition file, Space Engineers _ What is it called? It is called Compound Blocks Confirmed. If I actually named the final video that, oh my god, all the shitstorm that would be. Okay, recording start. Alrighty, moment of silence there so I can get rid of the background noise. And recording start. Recording has started. It looks like it actually has started. Good. SOEOSS. Alrighty. Here you go. You get to see me record a video. This is ridiculous. I know. Okay. Hello, Active Sage here on the Sage channel. Is Sleep Art Game and Eat. Yes, indeed. I said it came back and it came back. And if you see in front of us, there are 4 lights. There are 4 lights. Because we have compound blocks. That's right, there's compound blocks in Space Engineers, and I was able to individually color them, meaning they're real. Okay, they're not exactly the most real thing in the world, but this is a technique Rivian, R-I-V-V-I-O-N, showed me today, and it is a pretty damn powerful technique because obviously it makes, well, it possible to create compound structures. Unfortunately, there's a huge drawback with this. As soon as you reload a world, they all vanish, and all you got is the standard one of these sitting there. But if you want to go ahead and fiddle with this, I'm going to really quickly show you what Rivian showed me is how to put these together really quick-like. Because, well, let's be honest, it should be in the base game, but until it is in the base game, we gotta find other ways to make our own compound blocks and all of that goodness. And I feel like I should just keep speaking a little bit longer, that way we go through the wall. There are 4 lights. Yeah, sorry, I get a bit loud when I'm recording. And I'm planning on cutting there, that's why I'm just gonna go like to the next scene. Alrighty. So anyway, how do we set this up? Well, Rivian said you need to have a block, or at least just the reactor, and whatever you're wanting to merge into another block. You can do this with quite a few different things, such as, of course, the lights, which we saw there. I used 4 different corner lights and merged them all together previously, but you can also do it with blocks like these guys here, so just for demonstration purposes. Should have probably prepared this before actually recording, but whatever, we'll just do this now. For demonstration purposes, let's go ahead and toss some stuff in. A light, a double light. What else do we want demonstration purposes wise? Again, this is going to be stuff I cut out. You can see how much Sage cuts out of things. I cut out all sorts of stuff. Let's see if this is possible. I don't think that'll work. I'm pretty sure that won't work. Let's see. Light, antenna, reactor. This guy right here. Hey! Oh, that's a cheeseball. Okay. And is that about it? I think I just came up with something else we could try too. That should work, I guess, hopefully. Alright. We'll just go straight back to where we were at, the wall. That's where I'm starting up from again here. So, how do you set that up? Well, Rivian is the one, again, who told me how to do this, and he was suggesting that you need to have a reactor, and you need to have a, well, whatever you're going to be merging into stuff, and right now we're going to be using a light to merge into that. But I found that you don't necessarily have to have a reactor. It's a good way to have a reactor on it so you can convert it to station, because it should be converted to station, even though it seems like ship blocks still work. But the main idea is aim at whatever you want to copy, do a Control-C on it. You have to be in creative for this, sorry. Come over to whatever you want to merge it into, position it the way you want, so we're going to try to put this under our little window here, and once it's pretty much lined up, you should be able to, while it's still green, release it, and it should snap in there. Now, unfortunately, I missed. You can see it snapped over to the side. This should help us out, though, because it's going to give us a bigger support to snap in. We'll line it up like so. We had green for a second, and luck be a lady tonight. Luck is not a lady tonight. Luck is definitely not a lady tonight. Luck is quite the hard bitch. This ain't going to work, is it? I'm going to have to restart again. You whore. And let me guess. It won't work this way because you have to do it the other way around with the stair, right? Like the stair block would work, but not this way. Like if we just had a stair right here. Yep, that works. Okay, well, we'll demonstrate that. Again, let's say just going to have to restart. And that probably means the same for this, but we'll do it. We'll do it. We'll make it work. We'll make it happen, Captain. Alright. Anyway, you're probably wondering how we do that. Well, unfortunately, first off, you have to be in creative mode. Second off, you have to go ahead and convert something to a station, or at least Rivian says so. I have a sneaking suspicion it doesn't have to be, but it has to be something that'll snap into a station, so it's probably advisable to have it as a station block. Meaning you probably want to put in a reactor here, like we have right here. Rivian's suggestion once more, and the idea is you go to Info and convert to Station. Either way, though, we have this, and we have this, and we're going to be merging this block into other blocks. So we can very easily just go like this and line it up right here, and obviously in the past you could aim at it and you can see it sort of snaps. Now it's not going to place here because it's not connected to the other one, you can see, but you could place it here. Not exactly a compound block, neither is this. But what you can do is line them up very, very close to each other, and when you paste them, they snap together, and we now have two lights! There are now two lights stuck together right there next to one another. Now, as I said, if you reload, one of those will vanish, unfortunately, and only one will be a real light. But until you do that, you will be able to see, if we can go to the info or control panel tab, both of these lights are here, and you can set up to whatever you please, including blinkies and all that stuff. So, if you want to set up some awesome compound stuff for just a little while, you can go ahead and do that. Blink length, blink offset, and blink interval. That's quite a long time. There we go, 0.7. So now, blinky light of amazing mint. Anyway, we can also do that with a bunch of different blocks, but I've been mainly doing it with lights, because lights are awesome. And I can just demonstrate this over here, the same exact thing we just did right here, like so, by rotating this around and placing it. I gotta press, had to press B to get it to stop snapping stuff, but there we go, line it up, place it in. I can go ahead and place another block there, that way it has something to snap to. Press B again to make sure it's not snapping like crazy. Line it up the way I want and paste it in right there. Very good, we got 3 of them now. And for a 4th one, ladies and gentlemen, let's see if this will work. It may be a bit finicky. You can see here it's not working because this block is in our way. That's going to be a little bit annoying. How can I fix this? Well, we could go ahead and fix it by... Oh god, I've forgotten. We did it before. Oh, hey, we got a follower. Thank you very much. Like this. I know you were doing it a better way. Leave this here. Ah, I know. Ah, took me a minute to figure it out, but we can do it like this. Boop, boop, boop. Rotate it around and bring it back down and place it in right there. Took us removing stuff, but there you go. Ta-da, we set that up lickety-split. I'm pretty sure it should also work here with our, this is not compound block, this is just your simple light where you go ahead and mouse scroll wheel through it. You can see it does the double up thing. Well, this is just the double up one right there. I'm pretty sure you can compound block those together as well, so whack, there you go. And now we got our light in there, pretty damn awesome. You can of course also do what we did at the very beginning of the video. You got your standard little fun light, just showing off some of the odd shapes you could make with just lights. I know, there's a lot more one could obviously do. And that's why we're moving on to these right here. What? These are just lights again. Yes, I know, but look, we can Control-C this and go ahead and place it in right like that, and it snaps in. So now you can have lights under your stairs. Mind you, when you reload the game, things are going to go wrong again, and, well, for one, your stairs are not even having collision, but nonetheless, it is a pretty awesome thing. And, let's see, one last thing I'd like to test real quick. Can I actually paste this guy in here right with his buddy like so? Oh, apparently not. I can't. So there's still some things that, compound blocks, well, they just destroy them. The universe just says no to. But you can see there are some pretty cool things you do with compound blocks. Rivian also showed me the fact that you could use, what was it? Not catwalks. Let's check catwalks. Catwalk. Ja, kommen, bitte, danke. Will you be friends with this light? Will you be a good friend with a light? You will. So there you go, compound blocks with a light now. How awesome is that? In fact, we could possibly even do compound blocks where we press B again, so that's free floating. And can we line you up like so, so we'd have... Oh my god, compound blocks. It's so good. It clips through, but I don't even care. Anyway, that is it, guys. That's it for this video. Again, a special, big old, massive thanks to Rivian, R-I-V-V-I-O-N, for showing me this technique. It's pretty freaking awesome. And of course, compound blocks are something that should be in the game anyway. And I'm not sure we're gonna, yeah, that one's, it's not gonna listen. It's not gonna be our friend. But anyway, compound blocks, definitely something that should be in the game, but now you can at least fiddle around with them and get a few things set up lickety-split like, even though in the past you weren't able to do so. Oh boy. Yeah, that's it. Once again, thanks a bunch for watching, and I shall see you all next time. So awesome. Ta-ta. Okay, and that's the end of the video. See, so now I have to go pause this. Oh my god, it's 11 minutes long. Who's gonna watch an 11-minute video? That's pretty short for me, honestly. So we'll save that audio. We'll go ahead and turn off our recording. Recording has been saved. We'll type handbrake. My heart is about to explode from all the energy and excitement. I feel like I'm gonna die. We'll go to our recordings drive. We'll go to Shadow Play drive. We'll go to Space Engineers folder. The latest file in here, we'll name that SE Compound Blocks. We'll go ahead and click and drag that to here into our handbrake, because if you don't know, Shadow Play has a variable frame rate. That means your frame rate can be, well, if we're currently getting 116 frames per second at the bottom left, it might just record at around 116 frames per second. In fact, it probably just follows what your screen is actually refreshing rate at the time. But that does mean if the game is getting very low frames per second, it records at 12 frames per second and then jumps up to 60. So if you try to edit with that straightforward Shadow Play footage, it'll end up, well, the video will run out of sync with the audio because it'll be moving faster or slower because the playback in most editing softwares runs at 30 to 60 frames per second, whatever you set it at, honestly. But that means it's going to be like, oh, well, it was recording at 15 frames per second, but the program is going to try to still play it back at 60. So it's going to take these 15 frames that were really 1 second and play them back at half a second. So you're going to end up with, you know, double speed at points, and then the audio will carry on normally. So we have to change that. We're also going to change our recording resolution to 1920 by 1080 since I have a 60 4K monitor. I'm recording at 4K, but the game is only running at 1080p, so it's pointless to actually go ahead and upload it at that. Therefore, we're going to bump the footage down right away, and then compound blocks. We're naming the file and making sure its save location is set, and we'll click play. And now we're probably going to lag out like crazy because this thing usually hogs up some CPU power. So we're going to do Task Manager and see what's our CPU going to be doing right now. Yeah, Handbrake is using up 60% of our CPU right now. Yark, so I'm probably going to lag out. I'm probably going to lag out. Bad English. Anyhow, moving on from there, we're also going to go back to our audio program here, and I'm going to click the top bar here and drag it all the way down. I know it's pretty small probably on your screens, but I have a 4K desktop. That's how I like having all the space. Wish I had a second 4K monitor. I'm going to do Control-Shift-P. And what that does is a noise reduction thing. Because if you don't know, I have a fan in here, and my computer has around between 10 to 14 fans in it. It's a very noisy thing. So I'm going to do Capture Noise Print with the area I just clicked and selected there. And then I'm going to do Control A and click Apply. And it's going to take that noise sample I took and apply that to the whole thing and pretty much vaporize the sound. Now, at times for like, if I was doing something really silent for a long time, oh my god, and I screamed really loud, that would make really, really peaky audio. This doesn't appear to be too peaky. It's got some peaky crap stuff here where it was cut off, but I'm going to leave most of it. But if I was going to have other issues, I'd select everything, effects, amplifier, speech volume, leveler, and this will sort of drop down those really loud bits and bring up any real quiet bits. But I don't think we're going to have any issues with that. So I'd select everything and do apply. My settings are -18, 35, and 45. That usually works. And after I run it, then I usually go back and get another sound sample, because sometimes it'll boost real quiet static and then run it through again. Anyway, now that I've done that, I'm going to do Control-Shift-S. I'm going to save it as the same name, but an _R. That way we still have our original unedited file saved, just in case I end up editing this a lot in the future and making a mess out of it. We still have the original, and now we have this one. We're now done with Adobe Audition in theory, and we have to now wait for our video to be compiled and run through. Grand Theft fan. Oh, yeah. Oh, well, my mic is probably out of sync because, well, if it's usually out of sync, oh dear, it's out of sync. But it probably might be more out of sync right now because this thing's hogging our CPU. How far off was that clap? The sound of the clap versus actually seeing my hands touch. It's the best way to sync video. Ah, fuck no shit, son of a bitch! Fuck! Oh! Did the boom not get picked up on the mic? There was lightning. That was really loud lightning. That scared the shit out of me, obviously. Oh, wow, that was... Frack that! I almost pulled my back! That was lightning, that was... Oh. Did you see my face light up from it too? It probably did. I mean, I got my double doors here with the drapes, the blinds closed, but... Oh shit, that scared the crap out of me. I wasn't expecting that. Somebody clip that, please. I want to hear that back. Thank you, Rivian. Holy shit. I was not expecting a gigantic explosion nightmare sound. Yes, very, very frightening. Amadeus! Holy crap. I definitely did pretty much pull my back there almost. Oh, crap. I mean, like, my drapes here, I can show you guys. There, it's not drapes, it's blinds. I have blinds. Double doors and blinds right there. You wanna follow me? Oh, thank you. Out of the blue, it's just like all of a sudden, well, they were no longer blue, they were pure white the whole way up, out of the corner of my eye. And then, of course, the massive loud bang a millisecond later. Oh, that startled the crap out of me. I was not expecting that, holy shit. I'm used to there being some thunder, but damn. Damn, son. That was a lot. That was a lot more than I was... Oh, okay, I'm gonna try to watch it back. Thanks to Rivian clipping it here. You. How far off was that clap? The sound of the clap versus actually seeing my hands touch. It's the best way to sync video. Ah, fuck no shit! I'm cracking myself up. No, there was a flash there. Yeah, it definitely sounded nowhere near as loud in that video as it was in real life. Holy crap, was it louder. Oh my god. That startled the shit out of me. Holy crap. That was a startle and a half. I'm gonna watch that again. How far off was that clap? The sound of the clap versus actually seeing my hands touch. Actually, I can zoom this in. Best way to sync video. Ah, fuck no shit, son of a bitch! Sorry, I'm cracking myself up too much here. I'm gonna rewind that and try to. Oh, there. You can almost see it. Like the room behind me almost lights up. Like it's really hard to see there, but actually, I can do it like this, can't I? Yes, I still have it open. Good. Where is it? Where'd you go, snipping tool? I just opened you. You should be open. Snipping tool. Roll in. Go to Photoshop again. I have a very powerful CPU core, by the way. I spent $1,000 on that CPU core when I built this computer. It was the one thing that bottlenecked me on my old rig. Graphics, of course, always bottleneck you a bit, but I was dead set on multitasking. So that's why if you're like, how are you running all this without completely crashing your computer? That's because I was, I spent a lot of money on that CPU to make sure I could. Look at that. You can see in the background, though. Like, you obviously cannot really see anything here right now behind me. Well, in this, you can see the wall to my left, which just, you can't see it at all right now. They just lit up instantaneously. That's with those drapes closed, that lit up. And of course the floor and the wall there lit up like crazy too. It's like, that was bright. Look at the side of my face too, lit up. And then this as well, it's not just the monitor. Oh man, I was not ready for that. Oh shit. Alright. Oh. It's a i7, I can't even remember, it's been so long. It's a very powerful one. I think you can go to computer, can't you? And it'll tell you. Makes me miss the old days of Windows when you could go to like my computer. This PC. Control panel. Hardware. Hardware. What? I've forgotten it. There was a thing. Device manager. That was it. It just had the name right there. Device manager, we can find my CPU in here, I think. Computer, new processors. There we go. i7-5960X. It's 3.0 gigahertz, but it has 8 cores. And then they're hyper-threaded, so it's 8 physical cores, each one at 3.0 gigahertz. And then if you hyper-thread it, it basically makes each core function as 2 cores. So it can do more processes at once. And in that way, it counts it as having 16 cores. So it is very magical. Yeah, okay. Can I just do a control? Is there a way to download this clip right here? How do I download said clip? I can give it a heart thing. Is there a way? It was like manage clips. Embed clip. I mean, one way I could make sure I save the clip. It's real stupid. But I can start recording. Wait for the recording to start. Go ahead. How far off was that clap? Oh, I need to bump the audio. So it's just a silly way to capture it. I'm just recording my desktop again. How far off was that clap? The sound of the clap versus actually seeing my hands touch. It's the best way to sync video. Ah, fuck no shit, son of a bitch! Fuck. The best part is, you can't see my face being replayed because I'm actually covering up my own face. That's hilarious to me. Did the boom not get picked up on the mic? There was lightning. That was really loud lightning. That scared the shit out of me. I'm so glad I saved chat too, because obviously the chat's showing up with all like the question marks. Oh, like, what? You. Okay, there we go. That's saved. That's indoor recording right there. How do I... Oh, I can just do save video as otherwise. That's much better. Sage, you numpty! Thunderclap. As I believe somebody said, thunderclap is the best way to sync video. That's so good. Yeah, I'll definitely be putting that at the end of the video. Oh shit, I find that too damn funny. Oh, also, look, our video thing is closed. Look, there's no longer, we no longer have that one video thing running, which means that if we were to go ahead and exit, we'll save, because I don't think we did anything we cannot recover from. We can actually go ahead and launch... We can go ahead and launch our video editing software now, because our footage should be done. So now we can go to YouTube, no. We'll go to recordings again, Control N to open up another window for that. We'll go to Shadow Play, Handbrake, because remember Handbrake's the thing we use to get the constant frame rate. There it is right there. Then we'll go to here and go to audio. Again, recordings audio, and then it should be SE_compound. SE_compound. Where did I save it to? No! I don't know where I saved it. That means we have to open Adobe Edition again. I'm extremely unlikely to suggest your product. What would make me more likely to recommend it? Reduced price for Adobe Suite. And then keep defaults for text tool. So annoying having to reset them. Set them every time! Exclamation mark in pure rage. Adobe may contact me about... Nah, they don't need to contact me about my simple feedback. I'll probably play Destiny 2 when it comes out. Probably. Comes down to money, and I'm quite short on it. Okay, so let's just make a new audio file. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, save it. Where are you saving it to? You son of a gun. I now know where you're saving it to. It's completely... I knew it! I knew this would happen! I'm remembering now when I saved the audio that's caused the default file path to be changed. I remember thinking, I'm gonna forget this is... Well, maybe I won't. Maybe I won't forget this is a different path, but no. Program files, YouTube, live stream, images, live stream audio. There it is. And yep, there it is. All my stuff right here. Control X, Control V. And of course, I didn't save the default path, so now next time I record something, it's surely going to be in the wrong path again. Anyway, click and drag our needed stuff into there. Let's go ahead and also grab this file, get our video into here. Now you get to see Sage edit a video real quick. A short video. And we'll load that to footage. There we go. We'll drag Control-Shift-S before I autosave and override a default save. And this will be called Compound Blocks. Save it. Groovy. And now the file name for what we actually export, Compound Blocks. What's it called? Oh, see you around, Ore Prime. Quickly, what was it? I was thinking of calling it Compound Blocks. The name, I was like, this is going to be something if I can remember it. And I have forgotten it. I will be playing Call of Cthulhu if I have money. I love Cthulhu-y things, and... Oh, yeah, shit. Reminds me of Dead Space almost, but of course, it's not bringing back the dead. And if I have money, it's confirmed I will definitely... Oh, you're right, confirmed! Yes, thank you, Rivian. See, Rivian stays on track. See, I was like, I was fine with being on a tangent, because I was like, my subconscious will remember it, or somebody else will say it. But yeah. Confirmed. Also, my audio just cracked. There's probably about to be... can you hear it? There's rumbling. There's rumbling right now. Okay. So audio, we'll drag that down to this layer, move in our video file, boop, and you'll see that I didn't actually record my webcam. So you get to hear two sages talking now. And recording start. Okay, and that's where I said start, so I'm lining that up. You get to see Sage edit, yay! And then of course, remember I aimed at those icons, so you can see my mouse go over the icon. And I try to line up when I said S to right when my mouse goes over the S icon there, and it actually changes to it. So then I can go ahead and listen through this. S. So I try to line that up. Boop. S O O E O S S. There you go. So now they're pretty well lined. And here you go. You get to see me record a video. This is ridiculous. I know. Double sages. Almost like triple sage, because I am in spectator cam in that angle. Alright, so we're going to do this. That way it has a gentle fade in. On the Sage channel is Sleep Art, and it is quite loud. And are we going to do the Sleep Art game and eat thing? It takes time, but we'll do it. I'm going to drop our audio a little bit here by 4 decibels. Game and eat, yes, and the way I did that is I just used press C on the keyboard to get a cut tool, and I click and cut. So easy. And then I pressed V to get your just standard movement tool, and I click and drag on this little tiny bar there. Might be hard to see, but there's a tiny little bar there. And when I do that, it gives me a number about how many decibels I'm changing it. Okay, anyway. Channel is Sleep Art Game and Eat. I make so much work for myself. Okay, so Sleep Art Game and Eat, yes. I did that too quickly because what I was wanting to do is what it would be this view, obviously, and then I'd have Sleep Art Game and Eat on the lights. So what I'm gonna do is channel is Sleep Art Game and Eat. Okay, and then it'll come back to this. I'm gonna have to cut out that, delete you, so it's just this sort of bluey, hazy overlay. And then we'll cut you, so you're free as well. Move you up, so it's a duplicate one, so we're not editing the base level. I'm gonna lock this layer and lock this layer, that way we don't accidentally grab them. Sleep, art, game, and eat. How long was the and? The and is very long. It could really use its own thing too. Either way, though, we'll go ahead and now zoom in on this layer. So I'm going to select this little guy right here, this little cut clip up at the top left here. I'm going to click and drag and scale it up like crazy. And I'll do it right about, oh my god. Quite funny that the audio cracks right before it actually thunders. Rotate it around, move it over. I'm double clicking the selected, or else it would be selecting different layers. Well, I'm double clicking the selected, but it would be selecting different layers if I hadn't locked those other layers here where I can't select them anymore. Okay, and I think this zoom amount is good enough, so we'll do. I pressed T and I've clicked, but nothing showed up. Don't do this to me, eh? There we go, that worked. Sleep. Get bigger. Move it down, and this is where I was complaining to the devs there that it doesn't keep my defaults here, so I have to reset my defaults every bloody time. I usually like a tealish color around that, so that'll have to freaking do. And then I think I usually like Akashi is my favorite font because it's almost like a Dead Space font. Sleep, so we got that right there. So sleep. I went so quick. Sleep. That should be art right here. I'm going to cut this. And we're going to now rotate everything. Well, we're going to rotate everything. Yeah, we're going to rotate everything. No, we shouldn't rotate everything. Oh! This isn't going to work right, because the way I should have done it is put them all in there, but they were so far away I couldn't put them in there, because when I zoomed in they would have been super pixely. Does that work? Is that how that works? We'll try this, huh? 12. Alright. Yeah, and then we'll nest it. We're having to do some troubleshooting here. Crap, I just nested the wrong one. Nest you. We'll zoom in on you, and do you get pixely? Yes, so it wouldn't work. I mean, that's alright. That pixely nonsense. That's fine. That's fine. I'm alright with that. I'm undoing everything to just get it back to where we were default. Because now what we're going to do is zoom us all the way out. There we go. And now we're going to actually just zoom in a way that it doesn't actually, whatchamacallit. It doesn't actually zoom the footage for playback and render out. It's just my UI that's zoomed. So, sleep. Now it's got our settings. Sleep. You. Okay. So holding shift or control doesn't make it go at percentages. That's unfortunate. So sleep. Oh, you are a monster. I hate you. Control C and Control V do work though there. Sleep, art, game, and eat for the SAGE acronym, which is silly as shite. And of course, as this footage moves, it might become unaligned, so we're actually going to freeze the footage too. Art, game. Make sure that's lined up correctly. And eat. Completely ridiculous. Eat. There we go. And now we're going to go ahead and make sure we don't have all this excess stuff. Move you to here. Move you all the way out to there. Add a frame hold. So right click on that piece, add frame hold. So the background footage will now not change at all. The big text still changes, but not anything else. We'll do fit normal. One of our drives just disconnected and reconnected. Oh, there we go. You can see like we're zooming in, zooming in, zooming in, zooming, and then it stops moving. And of course I hid the other layer, which just vanishes now. So you only got that one layer, sort of adding that blue glow to everything. What we'll do now is take you two. Aha! I forgot to do the and, didn't I? Really? You're gonna be that big, huh? Frack you. Ha! An and sign. Oh shit. Nobody expects the and sign. Doesn't even look like an and sign. It's upside down, but still. Still doesn't quite look like it. Whatever. It'll have to do. Alright, so now we'll select these two layers. We'll nest them. Boop. And now we'll cut them up. Oh my god, you're a monster! No, you're the monster, Miss Muppets. You're the monster for making me do this. Alright, so this will be the zoom level. No. We want it to the zoom level we're happy with, so about right there. That's the zoom level we're happy with. Cool. And now we'll cut it up for each of the words. Sleep, art. Sleep, art, game. Art, game. Game, man. Game, man. And eat. Ooh, I talk fast there. Alright, so now we can just position this how we like, and each of those pieces are now cut up, so when I get to each word, it'll be right back to the default positioning, which means we won't have to rotate it around from this position to wherever we need next. So, sleep, art, that's pretty much lined up already, but we'll move it a little bit. Art, game, and soon enough we will be eating your flesh. Sorry. Game, and we'll move it to right. Come on. Select it, deselect everything, select it. There we go. And you see this little dot? You probably can't see it. There's a little dot right here I'm lining up. Right in the middle of the and. That's basically where your rotate and zoom point is and everything. I'm going to just go ahead and keyframe this from right here. Keyframe position, keyframe scale, and so it'll zoom in the whole way. So go to the end of that segment and up the zoom. Eat. So now we got the eat. Of course, remember it's defaulted back to the original zoom level and everything. There we go. So now when we watch it back, I'll mark an in point and an out point here and tell it to render that through by pressing enter. Sleep, art, game, and eat. Yes. So now you'll see it'll go through all that silly nonsense.
Is sleep, art, game, and eat. Yes, indeed.
And it's so quick, nobody's going to be able to comprehend it, but we know we did it. And if anybody does go through it real quick, they'll be like, oh my god, what the hell? And you know what, just because I love you guys. I'm gonna stick this right in here. The only people that ever know it's there are probably going to be you guys. We're going to add it right by the game. Hi guys! Right there. So now really quickly there's going to be that hidden in there. We're also going to drop its opacity down to I think 50, so it's really hidden. And only you guys will ever know it's there.
Sleep, art, game, and eat.
People are like, wait, did I see something there? Did I see something that wasn't all blurry like that? And it'll be high stream. People are like, what was that about?
Sleep, art, game, and eat. Yes, indeed. I said it came
so
back.
Quick.
Is sleep, art, game, and eat. Yes, indeed. I said it came back, and it came back.
There we go. I'm quite happy with that. Let's clear our ins and outs before we forget.
And if you see it...
Oh, let's also start adding music before we forget. I'm a big fan of, I'm going to stream until this is done, and then I'm probably going to render it and upload it for either tonight or tomorrow. That was loud. So I'm a big fan of the Deus Ex Human Revolution soundtrack. I use it in pretty much all my stuff, but it's usually down at like negative 20 decibels or so. This is set to negative 38, but that's too far. Getting like almost not here at all. It's like a whisper. And part of the reason I do that is because the way I do my verbal audio, I kill all background sound in that when I do the noise reduction. I kill absolutely everything, which isn't natural actually. So I add a little something back in at the very least usually. Let's do the Hung Hao Brothel. If I can get it to play. What the hell's going on? There we go. So I love that. So I'll put that in there. I'm going to cut it right there. And because this is quick, and so is our speaking speed, it should be reasonably alright. So let's see how it sounds. Remember, it's going to be reduced volume now. And you guys are reduced volume overall. I'll actually bump you up to normal volume for now so you can hear it.
Hello, Active Sage here on the Sage channel. Is sleep, art, game, and eat. Yes, indeed. I said it came back, and it came back. And if you see in front of us, there are 4 lights. There are, and I'm gonna. You wanna follow me? Oh,
thank you, much appreciated.
Lights. There are 4 lights because we have compound blocks.
I'm gonna, for this part, I'm gonna drop its volume down by a little tiny bit, and I'm gonna right-click it, do speed duration, and we're gonna do like 70% on that. So as we're, and I'm gonna right-click at the, I'll click on that and then right-click it. So it's the 2 points where I've cut them. I'll click on the cut and then say apply default transition, so it slowly fades between the two. And so now as I start doing the Star Trek joke,
4 lights. There are 4 lights because we have compound blocks.
And then it cuts right back to normal.
That's right, there's compound blocks in Space Engineers, and I was able to individually color them, meaning they're real. Okay, they're not exactly the most real thing in the world, but this is a technique Rivian.
That butt was a bit loud. Imagine that, your butt is loud. Imagining a tuba now. Oh no!
But this is a technique Rivian, R-I-V-V-I.
Oh, here we go again. So we'll click right there in the middle. We'll go back to our effects controls at the top sort of left here. We're going to go ahead and say, hey, center my text, damn it. Again, I wish the defaults was so Rivian R I V. There's the I right here. So again, we're going to cut this. And the cool thing about this new text thing they added in is it's sort of smart. Every time you cut it, it instantly like doesn't change the previous bit. Or in the past, it would, if you changed the bit on the right that you had cut between 2 separate pieces, it would affect the one on the left because it is just a file you were dragging out of your content browser at the far left. Now it's its own thing, which is pretty awesome.
R-I-V.
Oh, we gotta add a V now. V. Another V. Be sure it's right here, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Ooh, now a little V.
V-I-R-I-V. V-V-I-V-V.
VVI. The other V comes in so bloody quick. I'm going to hold control here and select the cut and click and drag. And that basically just, instead of it pulling it over, and basically the footage plays the same no matter what. The cut point is just, you're basically moving the cut over. So if we're cutting through my face, and my face is time, and it would cut here, and the animation goes like this, the animation is still going to play like that. If I move it this way, it's still going to play the same way. You're just not going to see the part I just cut out, and it'll still pick up there. So it's just basically taking it, instead of me opening a gap that now the animation missing, and picks up down there, where you're just not seeing that part. That's a weird fucking...
Oh, me? Oh, gee.
Not even anagram, what I'm looking for. Analogy. It basically grabs both of the cut pieces, both of the pieces of skin, drags them. Drags the pieces of skin, keeps them together. VVI. VVI. And okay. Here comes the I. This is where Rivian says, "You're spelling my name wrong." VVI. Oh, I sort of smushed those words together. In show technique Rivian RIVVION. That in feels off. Oh, in. It's pretty accurate. In show. And we're gonna do this here, this here. Showed me. And down there. And now it should look like it flashes. Showed me. On top, we'll drop opacity to 60%. How about that? Showed me the magic. When I copy and paste those in, it copies and pastes it. If I start at the end of one and paste it in, it moves my timeline to the end of the next one, so if I paste it once again, it just repeats itself. Showed me today, and it is a pretty damn... Now we have blinking Rivian name, which I think is hilarious. Yeah, I am. Oh, I'm 100% sure Keen will fix this. They will 100% sure fix this in the future, so you won't be able to do it. Rivian, RIVVION, showed me today, and it is a pretty damn powerful technique, because obviously it makes, well, it possible to create compound structures. Unfortunately, there's a huge drawback with this. And see, this is where I'm starting to think maybe I should have ran the audio through the... You guys were right, I was very loud. Huge drawback with this. As soon as you reload a world, they all vanish, and all you got is the standard one of these sitting there. But if you want to go ahead and fiddle with this, I'm going to... My butts are very loud. I'm going to really quickly show you what Rivian showed me is how to put these together really quick like, because, well, let's be honest, it should be in the base game, but until it is in the base game, we gotta find other ways to make our own compound blocks and all of that goodness. And I feel like I should just keep speaking a little bit longer, that way we go through the wall. Of course, it wasn't super obvious that that was coming. That's the point. By the way, this, whenever I edit, I have this like static sound you might hear when it cuts to other scenes. That static sound is actually like the static sound of a computer from Soma. I've just gone ahead and cut it up and used little pieces of it. That should not have been the whole thing, but... Anyway, I just cut it up and used little tiny pieces of it to really quickly... Like that right there. It's an itty-bitty static sound. I can mute everything else but it, and you'll hear it. And this is actually something I pretty much stole from Sark. I love Sark's videos. And I noticed that whenever he switches scenes, he often does like a big white flash of light, and he'll do like a thwap sound. I was like, well, I like techno nonsense, so I'll do a staticky sound and then have a staticky effect. So what I've done here is I've cut out the area that was on top of where the static sound is, so it matches up to it. I'm going to zoom it in so it's like we did go through the wall a little bit here. I'm actually going to animate that, believe it or not. It's going to be so quick, it's hardly worth it. It's only like 3 frames. But I'm going to zoom it in a little bit more. And then what I'm going to do is copy it. And then I have a bunch of different effects that I've applied, and I've saved a preset for them. And I'm just going to apply them here. So now it does this jaggedy thing on the side, and we're going to tell it to screen it so it makes it brighter as well. Wall! So instantly it's going to be like, zoom in real quick. Alright, so now we're going to find out where we actually did our proper take. So, how do you set that up? Well, Rivian... That's not going to be it. That's not going to be it. This is going to be it. So there. You remember how I said, 11 minutes? Oh my god, who's going to watch that? That's because all this right here has just been deleted. All those like failed takes I did where I'm like, nope, 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 nope. We're not saving that. All that's gone. So now we're moving it all the way over to here. Okay, so now, through the wall. Anyway, you're probably... And that's way too quick, so we're going to have a little bit of a pause right here. The wall. Anyway, you're probably wondering how we do that. Too bad. Well, unfortunately, first off, you have to be in creative mode. I do think, though, our static could be a little longer, so I'm going to drag our little static sound effect here a little bit longer, cut it again, move this up. And what's really cool now is, because it's such a confused effect, it's actually going to go from this staticky right here, where it's staticking and zooming, to this static and zooming as well. In fact, that static effect on this could be better, since we did zoom it. If we delete the effect, boop, nest it, boop, and then apply the static effect to it. So it'll still have the zoom, but now the static's going to be a little bit more dense instead of how big it was previously. Anyway, you're probably... So now that's much better. And the sound effect's a little longer because I dragged it out. Wall. Anyway, you're probably wondering how we do that. Well, unfortunately for... See you around. Gelb, thanks so much for showing up and hanging out. I'll eventually do a video on just the big place we were building earlier today, but for the time being, I'm going to edit this, get it started, and then that'll be it for the stream, just so I have a stream of, well, us recording a video from start to finish. It doesn't take that long, does it? Except for, remember, we were in a previous stream messing around for like an hour with just these to figure it all out, and then I did have that huge, like, 7-minute chunk that I've cut out of the middle. And usually I don't have something like this that's just so awesome I can record. Usually it's like, okay, I need to build a ship, and then I need to record this ship. So sometimes it ends up taking a lot longer. In creative mode. Second off, you have to go ahead and convert something to a station, or at least Rivian says so. I have a sneaking suspicion it doesn't have to be, but it has to be something that'll snap into a station, so it's probably advisable to have it as a station block. I mean, you probably want to put in a reactor here, like we have right here. Rivian's suggestion once more, and the idea is you go to info and convert to station. Either way, though, we have this and we have this, and we're going to be merging this block into other blocks. So we can very easily just go like this and line it up right here. And obviously, in the past, you could aim at it, and you can see it sort of snaps. Now, it's not going to place here because it's not connected to the other one you can see, but you could place it here. Not exactly a compound block. Neither is this. But what you can do is line them up very, very close to each other, and when you paste them, they snap together, and we now have... And when you paste them... I'm thinking we could use a sound effect here of, like, money or something, like... Amazing! So I'm going to go back to standard program, YouTube, live stream audio, and I have some Pink Floyd money sounds here. So I think that'll work perfectly. Just that ding! Like, holy shit, actually this is the whole song, isn't it? Yes it is. Whoops. They snap together, and we'll drop it down here so it's not in one of these silence areas. Paste them. They snap. Cut that. We don't really need the lead up, even though it's silent. Paste them. They snap together. Sorry, I love that. You paste them, they snap, and then we'll fade it back in using a transition. Snap together, and we now have two lights. There are now two lights stuck together. And I'll go ahead and make myself a little bit more silent there. There? What an innocent little laugh. Mary had a little lamb. Now have two lights. There are now two lights stuck together right there next to one another. Now, as I said, if you reload, one of those will vanish, unfortunately, and only one will be a real light. But until you do that, you will be able to see, if we can go to the info or control panel tab, both of these lights are here, and you can set up to whatever you please, including blinkies and all that stuff. So if you want to set up some awesome compound stuff for just a little while, you can go ahead and do that. Blink length, blink offset, and blink interval. That's quite a long time. There we go, 0.7. So now, blinky light of amazing mint. And you see there, I've been tweaking the audio here because the music was starting to wear on me. Like, okay, I'm sick of this. I need to move on. It's probably because I'm listening to it again and again as I'm re-editing little pieces of it, because of course the whole time we were doing the Rivian thing we were probably listening to a little bit of it, but I know we were when we were cutting stuff out, and little tweaks here and there we're re-listening to it, so it probably fatigues me quicker than it would the normal viewer. These lights are here, and you can set up. I get fatigued by the music. Please, and I just remembered you can't hear me if I'm playing it because my voice is there twice, including blinkies and all that stuff. So if you want to set up some awesome compound stuff for just a little while, you can go ahead and do that. Blink length, blink offset, and blink interval. That's quite a long time. There we go, 0.7. So now, blinky light of amazing mint. Anyway, we can also do that with a bunch of different blocks, but I've been mainly doing it with lights because lights are awesome. And I can just demonstrate this over here, the same exact thing we just did right here, like so, by rotating this around and placing it. I gotta press, had to press B to get it to stop snapping stuff. Let's see if I can cut out that annoying silence there. It's embarrassing. Had to press. Okay, so there was this moment. Had to press B to get. See, I really hate moments of like pure silence. There, I've pretty much stopped moving. Had to press B, and I started moving again. Maybe I could click and drag you over and murder all that. Had to press B to get it to stop snapping. So there we go. We cut out a section there, and you barely even noticed it. Had to press B to get it to stop snapping stuff. But there we go. Line it up, place it in. Had to press B to get it to stop snapping stuff. But there we go. Line it up, place it in. I can go ahead and place another block there. That way it has something to snap to. Press B again to make sure it's not snapping like crazy. Line it up the way I want and paste it in. And the music's died off now. So we're having the background silence, which is almost nice, but like I said, I usually like to have something. That's too fast. I like the hive. Let's put the hive in right there. We've slowed down, so the hive as it is I think would be a bit too much, but let's go ahead and do like a 60% speed, and let's do a, you can't see it very well. For some reason this dialog box used to pop up in the middle, now it always pops at the bottom right, but maintain audio pitch. So the pitch will be the same, but it'll be slower. That's 60% of its original speed. We'll do another one of these little things. It's got to render the new audio because I'm changing the whole speed of it and handling the pitch. Press had to press B to get it to stop snapping stuff. Now it's too loud here, so we're gonna drop it down to like -19. That's what this was. Good. Oh, and we gotta re-render it again. That sucks. And you see all the work we've done? So far we're only 2 minutes and 55 seconds into this video. But there we go, line it up, place it in. I can go ahead and place another block. So now that way it has something to snap to. Press B again to make sure it's not snapping like crazy. So now if you listen very carefully, you just hear it in the background, this sort of adding something there. I don't know, maybe it's not the best thing to do in the world, but I add it, that way it's not just crazy. Dead silence. Line it up the way I want and paste it in right there. Very good, we got 3 of them now. And for a 4th one, ladies and gentlemen, let's see if this will work. It may be a bit finicky. You can see here it's not working because this block is in our way. That's going to be a little bit annoying. I'm just going to cut it right there because if I remember, how can I fix this? Well, we could go ahead and fix it by... Oh god, I've forgotten. yeah, we're just going to cut that mindless, oops, I'm completely lost moment out. We'll cut into probably around here, where we start actually sorting it out. And we'll once again move over our little staticky sound thing. This one we will keep short for sure. I'm holding Alt, because if you just click, usually it selects the audio layer and the video layer that are bound together from your standard, you know, gameplay or shadow play footage. So I'm just holding Alt to select the one, and then I'm clicking and dragging while holding Alt to duplicate that little piece I've selected and move it about. If I was just selected the whole thing, and then held Alt and click and drag, you can see it has the video and the audio, which are on 2 different layers. So there we go, we got that, and we'll go ahead and apply our staticky effect preset to it, which if you don't know, that static effect has a 2 wave warps in it. One that is just doing like noise, and another one that's actually doing all these like jaggedy big lines that sort of cut and shift large portions of it. And they all move. Like if I was to make this a really long one, you can see it's just like moving those vertically. And then sort of doing some wobbles. And the whole thing gets set to screen, so when it's on top of another layer, it makes it brighter. So that will then cut to this new piece. It should have been playing, I know. Ah, took me a minute to figure. I love this too. I know. Well, I figured it out, and then I'm like, oh, that's not a good enough start. I need to actually have an I know moment in video. That's not going to have a long, annoying pause after it. Ah, took me a minute to figure. There we go. There's me actually figuring it out. I'm going to drop down the a little bit. We might have wanted to actually do that audio pass thing on this, since I was quite loud at points. Ah, took me a minute to figure it out, but we can do it. So now you can see it's cutting ahead. Annoying. Ah, took me a minute to figure it out, but we can do it. And then really quickly, one brain derp later. Let's center that. Boop, 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 boop. Centered enough. There you go. And this is super duper quick, so if anybody freezes the footage, they'll find that. And I'm actually going to go ahead and move it under the one layer with the staticky effect. That way it's going to be slightly overexposed and staticky, and I'm actually going to drop its opacity down a little bit as well. To, let's say, 80. There we go, so you can sort of see through it a little bit, so it gets a little tiny bit. In fact, I'm so irritated at it not having enough effect. We're going to do the Alt drag again, and just do the same thing we did with the other one, apply that static to it. And now look at that, now it's crazy. Now you probably couldn't read it on YouTube. So we're going to drop the opacity on that down to 20. So now if we were to have that keep going, just to see what it looks like. Took me a minute to figure it out, but we can do it like super derpy to doobs. But since it'll be quick, you'll still be able to read the standard text there, but it'll have a little bit of an overlay. On YouTube, it'll probably get more blurry and compressed, unfortunately, but here, especially if I do a still, so you can make sure Twitch loads it up correctly, you should be able to see it's pretty nifty. Anyway, took me a minute to figure it out, but we can do it like this. Boop, 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 rotate it around and bring it back down and place it in right there. Now the music seems way too silent, so let's bump that back up, since we're like, we figured it out now, there's more energy in us. So we bump that up from -19 to -6 now, and we'll have it slowly go back up as we're figuring it out. And we cut the audio and change its level, so remember once again, since we have those tracks playing back at took me a minute to figure it out, but we can do it at different speeds than default. Has to be different now. Do it like this. Boop, boop, boop. Rotate it around and bring it back down and place it in right there. Took us removing stuff, but there you go. Ta-da, we set that up lickety split. I'm pretty sure it should also work here with our, this is not compound block, this is just your simple light where you go ahead and mouse scroll wheel through it. You can see it does the double up. I'm not liking the music though, that's the problem. It sounds too like mechanical now. We need something fast but more passive. The mole is very, very passive. Very passive. Let's see what it sounds like, though. Well, this is just that double up one right there. I'm pretty sure. Slow it down a little bit. Let's say 80. We'll let its pitch be deepened by the slowing. Drop its volume a tiny bit. Took me a minute to figure it out, but we can do it like this. Boop, boop, boop. Rotate it around and bring it back down and place it in right there. Took us removing stuff, but there you go. Ta-da, we set that up lickety split. I'm pretty sure it should also work here. It'll do. It's not exactly ideal, but it's still just fill in the background. With our, this is not compound block, this is just your simple light where you go ahead and mouse scroll wheel through it. You can see it does the double up thing. Well, this is just the double up one right there. I'm pretty sure you can compound block those together as well, so whack. There you go. And now we got our light in there, pretty damn awesome. You can of course also do what we did at the very beginning of the video. You got your standard little fun light, just showing off some of the odd shapes you could make with just lights. I know, there's a lot more one could obviously do. And that's why we're moving on to these right here. What? These are just lights again. Yes, I know, but look. Oh, that's actually in the recording. We'll cut there, and drop the audio in that section down to nothing, since there's not really any game audio, and it was only recorded in game audio. These are just lights again. Yes, I know, but look, we can Control-C this, and go ahead and place it in right like that, and it snaps in. So now you can have lights under your stairs.
That's too
loud.
Mind you, when you... Lights under your stairs. Lights under your stairs. Under your stairs.
And it snaps in. So now you can have lights under your stairs.
Still very peaky.
Lights under your stairs. Mind you, when you reload the game, things are going to go wrong again, and, well,
can't actually fix peaking, really, but I can at least make it so it doesn't blow your eardrums out.
For one, your stairs are not even having collision.
Like, I can see this is really loud and plateauing like crazy, so we'll drop that.
But, nonetheless,
my very violent
but nonetheless, it is a pretty awesome thing. And, let's see, one last thing I'd like to test real quick.
Again, we can do another staticky thing right here. To the point where we've done the setting up. And hopefully the human brain will carry on continuity.
So there's still some things that, can I actually paste this guy in here, right? So there's still some things that, oh, apparently not. I can't. So there's still some things that, compound blocks...
Just jumped right here, grab all this.
Quick. Can I actually paste this guy in here right with his buddy like so? Oh, apparently not. I can't. So there's still some things that compound blocks, well, they just destroy them. The universe just says no to. But you can see there are some pretty cool things to do.
My butts are so loud! Why are my butts so loud? I'm sorry about this.
But you can...
That's too swiat now. Swiat. That's a mixture between soft and quiet.
You can see there are some pretty cool things you do with compound blocks. Rivian also showed me the fact that you could use, what was it? Not catwalks. Let's check catwalks.
Mini. Oh, that's not mini. That's a full static effect. We're wanting the mini. Diddle diddle diddle. Oh, honey, honey. You're my candy girl.
Catwalk, ja kommen bitte, danke. Will you be friends with this?
This'll be good. It's like me like catwalk. Yeah, let's do catwalk, and suddenly random Germans.
Catwalk, ja kommen bitte, danke. Will you be friends with this light? Will you be a good friend with the light? You will. So there you go, compound.
And now we definitely need some sort of music, because it's way too quiet. It's eerily quiet.
Compound blocks with a light now.
And that just doesn't work. So this is where sometimes I'll actually go down to here where I got Star Citizen and the Witcher 3 soundtrack, where it's like, hey, let's just pull that in. It's too quiet. The Vermintide soundtrack. There was a time where I thought about using that as just my outro slate. We're using that one. It's just too ridiculous not to use.
Will you be friends with this light? Will you be a good friend with the light? You will. So
let's start it right there with that. It's like friendship blossoming.
Be a good friend with the light. You will. So there you go. Compound blocks with a light now. How awesome is that? In fact, we could possibly even do compound blocks where we press B again, so that's free floating. And can we line you up like so? So we have.
I'm gonna have to drop the audio here. This is insanely loud. Look at that, you can see it coming up. It was about to make us all deaf.
Oh my god, compound blocks. It's so good. It clips through, but I don't even care. Anyway, that is it, guys. That's it for this video. Again, grab some more of that. It's like calm, celebratory music. Big old massive thanks to Rivian, R-I-V-V-I-O-N, for showing me this. We gotta do the joke again, don't we? Like, we have to do the whole joke about his name showing up like magical flash stage sign again. Slower this time, at least. V-V-I-O-N, R. Copy and pasting it. R-I. And of course, it's way slower, so we're just going to click and drag, give us a lot of room and move the pieces in as we need them. R-I-V. The V popping in real quick, like. Move it to there, eh? R-I-V-V-I-O-V. I. Oops. I-O. In the first one. Oh, wait. Gotta make sure we bring the flashy things into, and in for showing me this technique. It's pretty freaking awesome. And of course, compound blocks are something that should be in the game anyway. And I'm not sure we're gonna, yeah, that one's, it's not gonna listen. It's not gonna be our friend. But anyway, compound blocks, definitely something should be in the game, but now you can at least fiddle around with them and get a few things set up lickety-split like, even though in the past you weren't able to do so. Oh boy. Yeah, that's it. Once again, thanks a bunch for. I think this is where we'll have our outro slate come in, so we have to find our outro slate. There it is, that one. Put it right here. For watching, and I shall see you all next time. Ta-ta. Next time. I like to line it up so it's pretty much as those are starting to close, then it goes to darkness. It's so awesome. Ta-ta. And I need to remember to stop doing that. I've taken this habit of doing a villain thing where I go, yes, this is so good. Yes, this is so. You can hear it there in the audio when we play that back. Next time. So awesome. Ta-ta. You can hear it there. I'm like, it is so good, yes. Ba, ba, ba. Okay, and that's the end of the video. See, so now I have to stop my recording. Okay, and we'll move this to here. Drop you out. Move you over a little bit. And as soon as we go into black screen, let's boost the music audio like crazy. Oh, sugar, I didn't mean to join you. Crazy. I shall see you all. Actually have that start boosting up before it even gets there. All next time. So awesome. Ta-ta. It's like, what's this pleasant non-sci-fi music? But it's so relaxing, I have to enjoy it. And I'll let that carry on a little bit more into the back. There, and this, so it starts dropping out earlier, but goes on longer. And then, to scare the shizzle whizzle out of everyone, we need to go ahead and find that piece of footage we got. YouTube. Lightning? Did I just name it Lightning? What did I name it? Quickly, Lightning. Lightning. No! Oh shit, where did I name the clip and where did I save it? Thunderclap! There we go. Drag that into our footage folder. Yay! And then drag it into here. Yay! I'd say that's pretty damn well synced, by the way. It's off by a tiny, it's off by 1 frame, I would say. Maybe 2. So it's here, but it should be 2 frames off. So it's, my voice is 2 frames off, I guess. But we were rendering at the time too, so How far off was that clap? The sound of the clap versus actually seeing my hands touch. It's the best way to sync. We'll leave it a bit out of sync. That way people won't be too surprised. Oh, let's actually select this. Unlink it. We can fix that really. Where's my button? Unlink. Why can't I not unlink? There we go. Now it's showing up. Weird. Guess I had to select both of them, but I didn't see it the first time. Anyway, head if we wanted to start right around here, right? That's when this starts up. Hands together. Cut that there. Move it back to that, so it's perfectly synced. Perfectly synced. Can't even see my face, by the way, in the replay. I just realized. Shame. My past face.
Oh, you wanna follow me?
Oh, thank you for following.
Gee.
Okay, and we'll start it right here at this spot. So I wonder if people watching the video actually get spooked by just the clap there. Let's bump the size up to like 140, because remember we're streaming at 720, and I put these videos out at, what do you call it, 1080. How far off was that clap? The sound of the clap versus actually seeing my hands touch. I'm bringing the clap sound down, that way it's not deafening people by that. Sorry, you guys have to suffer. It's the best way to sync video. I'm actually increasing the volume on that blast a little bit, and then I'm going to drop the volume on everything else after that. My cursing and yelling and holy shitterooing. Sorry, I'm cracking myself up too much with this. There, now you can see my face. I should have been doing this the whole time. Oh god. Ah, fuck no shit, son of a bitch! Bitch! I find that way too damn funny. That USB really did disconnect just as that happened, didn't it? Yeah, I must not have something here on the ups properly. Or either it's just like my headset where it goes click click, and that must, something must be causing that. That's hilarious that USB is like, hey, by the way! Ah, fuck no! I gotta turn myself down more. I'm so damn loud. Holy shit. Oh man. Ah, fuck no shit, son of a bitch! I find that way too damn funny. Oh, you had a good point, Rivian, about this. You know, you were saying like make it maybe a little bit smaller or something. You got a good point there. Like, that's a good point. Let's go ahead and do this. Just real quick. There we go. A little bit bigger. RIVVION for showing me this technique. It's pretty. Do I have a party popper sound effect from that goes off screen? Pretty. Like just a little. I don't think I do. Let's do Adobe Premiere audio. Do I have an audio file? I don't. I got Doctor Who. For no reason. Okay. Okay, so into the video. How far off was that clap? The sound of the clap. Alright, and now the reason why I had the audio and video separate here so I'm not cutting them both up is so pretty much where I already have frame marks here. I can zoom this in on me. That way people will be paying attention to my face. Let's see that. How far off was that clap? The sound of the clap versus actually seeing my hands touch. It's the best way to sync video. That USB is so fucking funny. I'm gonna go deaf from replaying this. I think I better drop that or everyone's gonna go crazy. That first scream of mine is so loud. I'm sorry. I'm loving it too much because my face. Look at my mouth. I was like... I was doing the fucking finger thing and everything, like the mouth, contentious finger, like, hey, I'm gonna...
Fuck no shit, son of a bitch!
Sorry. Oh, I find that way too funny for my own good.
Fuck no shit, son of a bitch!
Oh, we missed the chat. I really wish is there a way I can easily save the chat here? Because I like that. Let's see, does the chat's reaction show up on this little clip of footage? Delete that, delete that. No. There's not enough time, so that'll just be it. Okay.
Fuck no shit, son of a bitch!
Let's drop the audio a little bit more. People on YouTube, I think, are a little bit less forgiving than you stream guys. Especially when it's a surprise at the end. They're like, oh, there was going to be more to this video?
Fuck no shit!
That USB is too fucking funny for me. Ooh, that's real loud. That's actually going to deafen people.
Fuck no shit, son of a bitch! Fuck no shit, son of a bitch!
I just love my hand foil. I'm just like, panic, do I get this off? Was the sound from this? What was it from? Is there something wrong? Oh. Video.
Fuck no shit, son of a bitch!
That'll be fine. And I shall see you all next time. So awesome. Ta-ta. Oh, I find that too damn funny. I especially consider it's following this pleasant music. How far off was that clap? The sound of the clap versus actually seeing my hands touch. It's the best way to sync video.
Fuck no shit, son of a bitch!
Oh shit, I love it way too much. I think I'll leave off the editing of... Let's just see what it looks like, the text, huh? Fuck no shit, son of a bitch. Just see, what does that look like? Does that add humor to it? I don't think it adds too much. Like, the sentence is... That's not how you spell bitch either. But the sentence is, not exactly, Oh, yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm happy with it. We're ending it. That'll be fine. Alright, guys, that'll be it for the stream, too. Last thing to do here, we got the entrance bit. Everything is shown. Got our music. We'll select our file at the bottom left. Do a Control-M. Wait a minute. There we go. This pops up. 1080p, 30 frames per second. Everything looks good. And we'll click Q. That's going to open up our other program.
You want to follow me? Oh,
thank you. Much appreciated.
Gee.
I mean, it could come up word to word. I just think it might not be the funniest thing. That. Hey, Ad here. I'm sorry. We're going to get back to Space Engineers tomorrow, probably. We'll get back to it, don't worry. It's just, this was something so different, and it's something that wouldn't have happened if it wasn't for the stream, Rivian showing up. It's saying, well, you can actually have those compound blocks you like. Anyway, that'll be it. Screamy face. And yeah, there, you can see it's now rendering out my video. Chugging its way through it, and then I'll upload that, and it'll either be out tonight or tomorrow. What time will I start streaming tomorrow? I have no guarantee. If all else fails, I usually start streaming around 7 p.m. Eastern Time, but if I'm starting to stream that late, it'll probably be just Hollow Knight. That painful, painful game. Otherwise, I'll try to start streaming earlier. But it's usually midday-ish Eastern time. Probably around 11 o'clock to 12 o'clock I'll start streaming midday. If I'm going to be streaming Space Engineers. Alrighty guys, Rivian, thanks a bunch for showing that again. It's pretty awesome. Thanks a bunch everyone for joining in. I hope you enjoyed especially the first half, and especially the lightning and the derpities and the funs. And you also got to see me edit a video, which was just something odd. And a bit slow, I know. Anyway, that is it. Thank you everyone for joining. I shall see you all next time. Thank you to all the new follows today. Much appreciated. And I shall see you all next time. Ta-ta.